Is this the live on the? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
We're always rolling. Always rolling, always showing. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain and give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. Is it gonna work?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh fuck, we got soundboards.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably where the have been working.
There we go.
Oh,
Gunshot.
there we go.
Forget it, Chicago.
What's up, motherfuckers?
And huzzah, bitches.
Yeah, of course. And we are joined today by Chad Austin. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Like, seriously.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fuck it. I haven't done one of these in a long time.
Yeah.
So
I just noticed you were wearing a Cubs hat.
yeah, dude.
That's fucking sick.
I don't give a shit about baseball, but my name starts with a C.
Boom.
Okay.
And I'm a bear.
No, I.
Boom.
I'll take it.
Connected. No Chicago.
I like the floral pattern on it.
Yeah. I have a bunch of these hats. There's a website called Culture Kings, and they do basically every MLB team with like different flowers and all that kind of shit. And so I just have a bunch of them, and because the only time I like to show, well, I don't like to show off the bald head too often, but you know, at work I'm not allowed to wear the hat, so I'm pretty much hatted at all times.
Okay.
I feel that.
I just haven't had a haircut.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, but somebody robbed my barber.
I'm lucky enough to not have a misshapen head.
Mm.
So it's like it's not too terrible but like I've seen some really fucked up heads, dude.
Yeah,
I like your
I'm worried
sweater.
about mine.
Thank you.
I just read it. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
For those that can't read, that sounds gay. I'm in.
Yeah. Or for our audio listeners.
Yeah, that's the motto. Drake has one, so do I.
Wait a minute.
That was a good one.
But man, again, thank you for coming on, man.
Thank
So introduce yourself, please, to our listeners out there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm Chad Austin. I guess in the industry standard of things, I have been doing this for now 22 years. Behind a bar for 17 of them. And I mean,
I didn't mean it like that. God damn it.
It's kind of hard.
And we're right back there.
I'm old.
I did the same shit. It's not what I asked. Not how I
I'm old. I don't necessarily bartend anymore. My body can't handle it. No, I run a beverage program. This is the first time in my life that I've been pulled out from behind the bar to just oversee. Usually I'm doing both, but now they got me on salary, which is tight.
Nice.
Shout
Benefits,
out to
medical.
We don't have that.
Oh, damn, never mind.
Shout out to being on salary. And I run a bar called Bar Benjamin. We're in West Hollywood, right above a restaurant called The Benjamin.
Oh, bad.
We are owned by Ben Hundreds, which is the founder of the Hundreds clothing company,
Okay.
who has always been a huge foodie. And then I think a little over a year ago decided that he was going to get in the game himself and opened up the Benjamin. And then we opened up Bar Benjamin this past May. And our thing is very like tech-driven cocktails.
Word.
And our focus is mainly on the hospitality, though. Like,
So it's all about the Benjamins?
correct.
No.
It is-
Come on. Whatever.
Mine.
That's
There's
cool.
a
I
whole
had
lot of
to.
Benjamins. So yeah, like I spent a lot of years running tiki bars.
Word.
I ran one in Palm Springs called Bootlegger Tiki for 5 years that got on like a few of those like best bars in the world lists. We were like a little 30-seat bar, tiny little place in the back of a coffee shop. And in 2018, I was named one of the most innovative bartenders in all of Tiki
Wow.
by Thrillist magazine. And
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, since then I was like, I moved to LA in 2018 to run a tiki bar on Hollywood Boulevard called Lono. It was owned by the same dudes that own Melrose Umbrella
Okay.
and Corner Door and stuff.
Yeah.
And those dudes are a shit show to work for. They're like the level of ADHD. It was just, it was catastrophic. And pandemic hit and we shut down for good.
Oof.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a cool time for me though, because I was working like 65 hours a week and basically killing myself with the amount of cocaine I was doing, because everybody in the kitchen at Lono sold coke. So it's just like it was there no matter what
And
I
at
did.
60 hours a week, I mean,
And so we were just, we had like a routine. Me and the chef, we would kill at least a bottle of tequila tonight and use the blow to keep us going. And we'd be there from like 1 p.m. till like 3 or 4 in the 5 days a week, and then do it all over again.
So you're in the walk-in like Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, it was fun. Like we like in the walk-in, or we had this back alley area where it was just like you just be. I quit smoking cigarettes like 2 years before then, but once I started working there, we would all just be out there just like, just fucking. And man, like it was like such a perfect time where they're like, oh, hey, this thing called COVID's happening. Like, we're all going to die, so go home.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, shit, I guess a 2-week vacation doesn't sound too bad, right?
I remember that.
And then 2 weeks turned into like a fucking year and a half.
Yeah.
And then that bar closed for good. And then I started bouncing around to different places, like kind of branching out from Tiki. Ran Bloodso's, which is a barbecue joint.
Yeah. I fucking love Bloodso's.
Yeah.
where have I heard that?
It's been awarded for like best barbecue in California. Like,
Oh, I know where I heard it. It was I heard it off of Bar Rescue. One of the people that went in there to
Kevin Bloodso is he
was on Bar
one of
Rescue.
the helpers.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
one of the chefs that would
That's
come
right.
in and help.
I have it bookmarked.
Yeah. He's like big ass black dude.
Yeah.
That he speaks in riddles and shit. He's an interesting dude, and he would always fucking mean mug me, and like I could never tell if that fool liked me or not. But
Which means he did.
I created a cocktail that he loved, so I finally like got into his good graces. This man, so when I got hired at Bloodso's, and the first time I met him, he looked at me and he goes, "If my bar ever doesn't have Hennessy in stock, you're fired." And I was like, okay.
Jesus Christ.
So this man just drank fucking liters of Hennessy. And
He's a big dude, so
and I was like, fuck it, this guy doesn't drink cocktails. But then one day I was just like, I'm gonna see if I can get him to drink cocktails. So I just made something really simple. Almond syrup, blackberry liqueur, lemon juice, Hennessy, and we named it the CC Ryder because he was from Compton. He was from Compton and God damn it, Corpus Christi? I'm not sure. Some other part in Texas.
Yeah.
Both start with a C. So I named it for him, and dude, he was just fucking over the moon. We became friends after that.
Nice.
Not only friends in the way of like, get me a drink, bitch type
Yeah.
friend, but ended up leaving there, and I ran a comedy club for a little while in Pasadena, then ended up out in fucking middle of nowhere in Calabasas, which, I mean, I could tell you stories about how awful Calabasas is. Like, if you ever are offered a job in Calabasas, don't fucking take it.
Is it the people?
It's the people.
Okay,
It's the people.
cool.
So
you gotta drive out
so
there.
the women, okay. The drive sucks, but that's not even the worst part. The people, the women, we call them calabitches, and the men, we call them calabassholes. And just because you have money doesn't mean you have taste.
Yes.
Right.
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And Calabasas is like the perfect place for that fucking saying, because we opened up a fucking beautiful restaurant. The chef that I was working with, this man he was one of the chefs at 11 Madison Park in New York when they got their 3 Michelin stars. Like, this guy's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
He's a dickhead. Shout out to
course.
Chris.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dickhead.
He's a Michelin star chef.
But like the food that he put out was just so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And you'd get all these stupid fucks coming in and just being like, well, can we just split a Caesar salad and just an iced tea? And the cocktail menu I put together, it was so insane. And it was just all vodka martinis and margaritas. So it was just like, fuck it. Stayed there for a year and a half, left, and then I ended up where I'm at now. And there's my backstory, as fast as I could tell it.
That's it.
I think that's a record.
That's it.
that is a record.
It's a good
actually.
record. Though.
Yeah.
It's a good
It
record.
is.
All right. No, I fuck with that. Yeah, I didn't know any of that. which is really fucking
I
cool,
have
man.
follow-up questions everywhere, but I don't know if we have time for all
Just
of it.
start
but-
with one.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
anywhere you want to go.
I mean,
I'll start with one.
yeah.
Having worked at Bledsoe's and having worked for someone that was on the TV show Bar Rescue, what did you think? What do you think about that show?
What do I think of Bar Rescue?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. John Taffer doesn't know fucking his asshole from his elbow. The man. Okay. The man's most notable for something called the butt funnel.
The what?
The butt funnel.
Like,
This
what
is
you doing?
this no, not like the college kids, you know,
Okay.
this is the thing that if you watch now, you'll see he puts it in almost every fucking bar he does. By the way, I'll watch it every time it's on. It's entertaining as shit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been
I'll
saying.
watch it every time it's on. I don't give a fuck. But like the inaccuracies drive me crazy. So the butt funnel is he puts a dance floor in whatever place it is, and then he makes the opening to the dance floor wide enough for two people barely. And he calls it the butt funnel because you're going to have to if two people are trying to go in at the same time, they're going to have to press their butt up against you. And he believes that gets them to talk to each other, and then someone's going to buy somebody a drink. And that's his logic.
That's his logic.
This is his theory.
That's
he's
his
come up
theory.
with.
That's his theory. That's what he thinks. And that's like the only that's his claim to fame is he created the
So
butt.
borderline sexual assault is what's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
like
me
yeah,
for
just
that.
just
Okay.
casually though.
Yeah.
But
Unwarranted touches.
I'd like there's little things too. Like I don't know if you've ever, and you can YouTube this. He has an insane story about how the screwdriver came to be. Have you heard this?
I probably have in one of the episodes, and I'm like, that doesn't sound.
John Taffer said that the screwdriver, which if you don't know, is vodka and orange juice. Typically just an alcoholic. Typically just an alcoholic's morning beverage.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that pleasurably drinks this.
Nobody does.
He claims that in the 1920s, 30s, when dudes were like burly construction men and the photos of the guys sitting on the beam for lunch with their lunch pails out and shit, those type of dudes, he claims that when they would go on their lunch break and go to a bar, they would order a vodka orange juice. And because vodka and orange juice separate so fast, it doesn't, they would pull their screwdriver out of their belt and stir it with that constantly, and that's how the drink became the screwdriver.
But
If you're a good enough bullshitter, that sounds super believable.
It's a great tall tale.
It is.
It's a great tall tale.
Yeah.
Also, there's a great video of him on like The View or something, one of those shows with like annoying ass old white.
Yeah. Where he's making a Manhattan.
The Manhattan.
Oh my God, that is my favorite fucking video.
fashion video. Yeah.
That is my favorite
What are
fucking
his
video.
specs for it?
She tells him that like her husband says that she makes the best Manhattan and asks him what his version is, and he gives her the specs to an old fashioned.
And then as he's making, she's trying to like interrupt him and correct him. She's like, "Well, wait, doesn't the?"
Yeah, she's like,
And he's like, "No, no, no, no,
Ruth
no."
go in this, and he goes, in a Manhattan. And
He's
then, like,
muddling fucking
Yeah.
muddling cherry and shit. Like,
yeah, in a fucking Manhattan, you fucking clown.
yeah,
Get another facelift, bitch.
and a maraschino cherry at that.
Yeah.
Not
This
a
is,
Chardonnay cherry, a
this is like
maraschino.
the face
That
of
is
Bar
his-
Rescue
that's-
yeah.
and-
The man that knows everything
I
about.
was told that he's the reason that we have DirecTV to watch like Sunday Ticket or some shit. That's the tall tale that was told to me recently. Like,
Possibly
he's the
could be
reason
true,
why
to
we
be
have
honest.
that.
Cool.
I'd believe it.
That might be something that, but also like I know some great people that have been on the show. One of my dear friends who is he's the Ford's gin rep for all of LA. Joe Brook. He was one of the bartenders that would go in and help. Like so
Oh shit! Really?
they've actually had some really talented people that know what they're doing on that show. But then you have John Taffer.
Who's just?
Yeah, just
I'm
Yeah.
certain all the specialists.
joke
Like
before.
I've looked up, not like looked them up, but like I would be curious. I'm like, oh, best whatever in the world. I'm like, well, let me look them up. Let me
Yeah.
see what they have, and I'm like, oh, they're legit. They're legitimized like chefs or
Yeah, no, like,
cocktail.
they bring in real people, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, like it all has to go through that fucking walking cancer. Like,
and then you have him who's just
Yeah.
shouting,
yeah,
Doesn't know shit.
who's trying to be the Gordon Ramsay of cocktails.
yeah.
Just yelling.
Which
Donald Trump.
it brings the drama, dude.
Cocktails.
Yeah.
You just walk in and scream
It's
at somebody.
the carnival barker.
But also at the same time, it's just like I think half the time I might scream at these people too. Like, have you seen the shape of their walking? Like,
Yeah.
that's disgusting, dude.
For sure. Some of them a lot of it is just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Like, come on, you don't know how to at least wipe down a.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I've worked in many bars where it was a wet bar, dude. We drank all night, but we kept our shit together and did our job.
Yeah.
By the bare minimum.
You see some of these people on there, they're just like, oh, fucking woo. It's like, what the fuck?
I
Fucking
never really
clowns,
watched,
dude.
So I don't know.
It's entertaining.
It is
You won't
entertaining.
learn a fucking thing, but it's entertaining as shit.
Yeah,
These experiences, like, do you feel like you prefer more like the corporate or like the more mom and pop type of like establishment?
I definitely prefer mom and pop.
Yeah.
I feel okay. So here's the thing: like the main difference between the two for me is mom and pop has heart. Mom and pop has soul. Mom and pop has a little bit more, like, they might not have the money to back you like a corporate place would in all of like kind of whatever crazy shit you want to do. But for the most part, they hire you because they believe in you and they want to succeed. They need to succeed. So they kind of putting that on you to like help them succeed. Right. Which is great. Like I love that about like single ownership or not franchised, all that kind of shit. With corporate, you are just a cog. Like you are just a number. You are a percentage. You are percentage in their labor cost. You are all like, so you're not a person.
Yeah.
That's honestly why I left Bloodso's. He sold, and these people that were like the fucking big dogs at Cheesecake Factory came in,
Oh,
and
shit.
they started just like, I mean, just changing everything. It was like no visible tattoos unless we approve of them. Beard has to be only a half inch long.
That's my restaurant.
Yeah, like
God.
what else? I was the bar manager and I was also a floor manager. And I remember this lady came in and we had never met, and she goes, so I was looking at the numbers and we don't need a bar manager. So I was like,
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Oh.
all right.
And
Well, I'll
she's
take
like,
my
so-
severance.
She's like, so you want to like stay on and bartend 2 days a week? I
Whoa.
was like, so
No.
I'm going from like 60 hours a week to 2 shifts because bar is only 13% of our sales. I was like, I understand that, but like, okay, fuck it, I'm out. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter like how much work, effort, care, even love you put into a place, because like when Bloodso's was Bloodso's, like it was had a family vibe. Like everybody was really close. As soon as that gets all torn apart, nothing feels right about
vultures
it.
just
It feels
carcass.
dirty walking in there, you know?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
it's just like, I kind of glad that you did this, because I don't know if I would have even survived. Like, I have a big fucking mouth. I say a lot of shit that would probably get me in trouble, especially with somebody who is very like, mind your P's and Q's. And that's corporate. Like, that's what it is, you know?
I'm right
like,
there with you, brother. I fucking hate that shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I could never survive at a place like Joseph's.
Like Joseph's, dude. It's a constant everyday struggle. Just
I would have been fired
towing
3
the
times
line,
over.
but
Bro, I'd be across the street. Just look. I don't see you, but I look at the building. I'm just like, just keep fighting, brother. Keep fighting. Stay
Because
strong.
it's like it's just one of those things where, like, especially if I've been working, about since 2014, so like 12 years, and it's like I just see things, and like when you try to point out illogical things to managers that are like, 8 years younger than you, and you're trying to tell them like, hey, I think this is how we could actually, make the guest experience better. They're just like, well, corporate says X, Y, and Z. And it's like,
Well,
okay,
my
cool.
bachelor's in business says you're
Yeah.
wrong.
Or it's like, oh yeah, we could make the guest experience better, but how much more money does that cost us? So why would we want to do that? It's just like, and that's the shitty thing about like corporate places and whatnot. Like
Right.
it's that number right up front, and they never think of like how doing something this way, even though it costs a little bit more up front, can start a chain reaction that leads to regulars and a better clientele and all this stuff that actually brings in revenue over time. But they don't think that far ahead,
Yeah.
and they never will, because because every month these managers are getting their asshole chewed out by the regional manager, who's getting his ass chewed out by X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So like they're so afraid of that phone call
Mhm.
that they'll do anything to avoid it.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you see how that will just run a place into the ground.
100%.
Yeah.
And the people that work there that
Yeah.
are actually trying to.
You'll lose your whole staff.
Oh,
real
absolutely.
quick. Yeah.
No one's gonna stay there.
Yeah. So that must have been around the time that Bledsoe started opening the Santa Monica location.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where
right
it felt-
right at that time.
It went corporate.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Like
yeah.
we started building
I
the
love
Santa Monica
Bledsoe's.
location,
Didn't know
and
that,
it was like right at that time that he started like hashing out the deal to be bought out and shit. And he's still the face,
Sure.
but like just has nothing to do with daily operations. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. And honestly, the last time I picked up some to-go food from there, the quality's gotten.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I used
Like-
to order delivery, especially during COVID. Like when I needed just like soul food or barbecue, like Bledsoe's. is my
Barbecue
go-to.
is literally the best to-go food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it,
Absolutely.
like you can't do fucking sushi to go. You can't do, but like barbecue is good the next day, just as good. Like so, if your barbecue takes 45 minutes to get to you, just as delicious.
Yeah.
So it's just like, dude, during COVID, because that's when I got hired, we were still in the thick of it. Like we weren't allowed to have people sitting outside, nothing.
Yeah.
We were just doing to-go orders. We were clearing like 20 grand a day just bagging orders.
I was
We
part
had
of that.
6 people. We had 6 people working on the floor plus a manager, and everyone just had a little station set up. You had your large bags, small bags, you had your gloves, you had your stapler, you had this, and it was just like go over to the window, grab the orders, read it, grab the things, staple it, boom, talk to the driver, this, that. I mean, we had such a fucking gnarly system.
God damn. That
And
sounds
at
like
that
a
time,
good
we were
fucking
also
time.
running 2
Yeah.
ghost kitchens too. So it was like
Oh,
we had
shit.
Bledsoe's in there, and then we started one called Lost Cove Tiki, and we were doing like Hawaiian barbecue. So we were taking the meats and putting different sauces on it, and doing like
Ghost kitchens.
tropical cocktails to go. And then we had Ugly Drum, which was a pastrami sandwich like thing that we only did during the daytime. So it was like thick cut pastrami sandwiches. They had like old school like Jewish deli style like potato salads and coleslaws. So we were running 3 different operations out of the same, and it was
Fucking Ghost Kitchen, man. That's
dude. Like to-go food at Bledsoe's is no joke. Like we clear 100K on Super Bowl Sunday, like no
Wow.
issue.
I think I did order.
hey.
I think I would turn into one of those people.
I would like sometimes like we wouldn't have drivers for large orders, and manager would have to drive it, and I would drive into the Hollywood Hills with a order that cost them like 7 grand, just fucking just boxes that big, just full of meats.
Jesus
And like
Christ.
pull up to some dude's house, and I'd see like, I was like, I don't know sports, but I'm pretty sure you play football. like some big motherfuckers here,
It was
dude.
crazy. That brisket is.
He was watching the game at home like everybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
His team didn't make it.
That's crazy.
Damn, holy shit.
How did you get into comedy?
I've always wanted to. And when my dad was alive, it was like the only thing like we had a connection about. Like we never saw eye to eye on anything, but comedy was like our thing. First stand-up special I ever saw, my dad showed me Robin Williams live on Broadway when I was like 13. And it was just like, fuck. And at that time, I just thought that you had to be like a celebrity to do it.
Yeah.
Like, because anybody I ever saw, it was just like, oh, it was, Robin Williams, it was Sarah
the
Silverman, it was,
Big specials.
it was like these big specials, not knowing that, you have to start somewhere. So I was just like, oh, like this is just their thing. But I was always obsessed with it. And I would always write jokes into whatever I was doing. So like, I fucking DJ'd rap parties for a while. And like, if they gave me a mic, it was kind of like, just in between songs, just like talking shit to people. It's like I'm doing this, and then I'm about to put on 3-6 Mafia, and I'm calling somebody a bitch, and I'm just like, and so it was just always something I wanted to do, but it also scared the hell out of me because it's just like I would been in bands and done all that kind of stuff, and at least when you're in a band or DJing or something, like you're not the center of attention,
Right.
Like there's other people on stage, or they only give a fuck about the music. But it's just like standing up there alone was fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
The spotlight's literally on you.
Yeah.
And then finally, in 2019, my dad died. And 2 weeks later, I went to my first open mic, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I did it.
Sure.
And I was like, all right, I kind of love this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's where I started.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but go ahead.
Well, my question that I really had was, did you feel that your background in the service industry, did that kind of provide you like a transition into comedy in some way?
A little bit, like, being a bartender is kind of, you can kind of say that you're on stage every night. Like you kind of take that deep breath and you're like, all right, time to put on like my server face, like,
take
and
that
just
shot.
like,
Me.
yeah, exactly. Just, like I'm, like I come out of the back room and now I'm a different person. I'm here to talk to you guys and kind of just chat it up, make everybody feel comfortable. So there was a little bit of that kind of loosened things up to where it wasn't so foreign to me of talking to strangers all the time. But and at least that's what I thought, right? Like, so, as I'm waiting for my name to get called the first time I go to an open mic, I'm just like, it's not going to be that different. And then you get up there and you're like, okay, it's fucking so different. This is so different. Like, it's like, because at least at the bar, it's like there's this like predisposed nature to like me because I'm about to give you alcohol.
Yeah.
And as much as like, people go to a comedy club because they want to laugh. So like at least you have that going for you. But open mics aren't that. Open mics are a bunch of fucking miserable comedians that are not paying attention to you because they're just thinking of what they're going to say.
Yeah.
And so you go up there and you do what you're going to do and you have no idea whether it was good or not because you're not going to get a response either way. Like no one gives a fuck.
Right.
And in the beginning
Shit.
it was one of those things where it really like I was like, man, fuck this shit. Because I was thinking like, this is such a good joke. It should have killed. It should have killed. And then I started realizing like, oh no, you don't do open mics to like make sure the joke works. You do open mics to get comfortable on stage.
Yeah.
To like work out the routine of like which words go where and should this joke follow this joke.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not for the approval because you'll fucking never get it if that's what you're looking for.
It's good advice for those wondering what to expect or,
Yeah, if you're gonna start comedy, don't.
Nah. It's
Words to live by.
yeah. I was doing improv for a second, and they kind of like challenged me to do a stand-up open mic, and it was so different and terrifying because improv, you have everyone else to kind of bounce off of, and like if it fails, if it goes well, then like you kind of have like, oh, the chemistry's off, whatever. But like you said, open mic, it's just you. Whether everything is generated by you, everything, and so everything you can kind of plan. You're like trying to plan for like this to work or this call and response or something like that, and you don't get it, and you're just like, cool, where do I go from?
Yeah.
And so,
It can really fuck with you.
Yeah.
I thought in the beginning, like bombing at an open mic was terrible, but like bombing at an actual show, like you're driving home from that show and you're wondering if I should just fucking drive into that audience. It's like a really fucking gut wrenching feeling. It's just like, oh, I really am trying so hard to do this thing, and it's just like, is it a bad crowd? Do I blame it on the crowd, or did my joke suck? Was I off with it? And you just go through all of these things in your head until it's just like you're kind of killing yourself over really nothing. Like at the end of the day, like you're either going to get back up or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I mean, it just happens to go that way sometimes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think as time has gone on, I think it's good for you. There's a lot of young comedians that I talk to who tell me they've never bombed, which is a fucking lie. But they like, oh, I've never bombed, I always kill. And it's just like, no, it's good to bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to bomb because it's good to know what your emotional response is to that.
Yeah.
It's good to know, like, even if you're bombing in the middle of a set and you have fucking 3 minutes to go and that 3 minutes feels like a goddamn lifetime. Like, how are you going to react to that?
Yeah.
Are you going to fully just collapse and panic? Or are you going to try to dig yourself out of the hole? Like, it says a lot about your character. So I think if you are doing comedy, like, bombing's a good thing.
Yeah.
It can be. at least.
It's like being in
It doesn't feel good, but it's a good thing. It's good for you.
It's good for character development.
Yeah.
it's like being in the weeds. Like you just gotta put your fucking head down and just keep on trucking.
It is. It is. Dude.
Yep. Let the yoke reviews fall where they may.
Oh fuck!
Oh
Nothing about that at
my
all.
God.
Fuck all that shit.
I fucking
Dude,
love reviews.
in the weeds. So when I was running Bootlegger, we
This is a Palm Springs.
the Palm Springs one, and Palm Springs is for years was the #1 bachelorette party city in the country. Like
Interesting.
it was like an article in Forbes magazine. It's like
shit.
Palm Springs #1 destination. So every weekend, tiny little bar just filled with girls in their tiny black dresses wearing sashes, and there was dick straws everywhere and all this. And we would get so fucking crushed. Like that bar was so packed you couldn't move. And I remember one night this kid that worked for me, super fucking awesome kid. I loved him so much. His name was Carlos. I had to run to the store because we ran out of mint. And I'm coming back in and I come in and he just looks all panicked. And I was like, "You good?" And I was like, "You in the weeds, dog?" And he goes, "Papa, I'm in the weeds." No, he's like, "I'm not in the weeds. I'm in the woods, dude." And I was like, "In the woods?" And he goes, "It's further."
That's better than the corn stalks.
Yeah, it is.
I'm in the woods.
The weeds is
God
about 20
damn.
minutes ago. Right now, we are just knee deep in this shit. God damn.
Oh shit!
That's pretty
Damn.
crazy.
That's really good. That's really good.
We're in the Appalachian Mountains right now. At this point,
I see Bigfoot.
I've seen recently with your videos you've taken from just like showing cocktails to giving more history. Is that
You could call it history.
what would you call it?
I mean, it's what I call it on the videos. I call it history. So I kind of had this feeling of like, doing cocktail recipe videos is fun and all, but like I feel like it can start to get redundant. And I
Yes.
also know that people on the internet have the attention span of gnats.
Mhm.
You know,
not only that, they want to critique every little thing you do.
100%,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Like they,
'Cause I
I
do
don't give a
that.
fuck. But like their attention span is so fucking small, and so it's just like I wonder if there's anything else we can do to like shake it up a little bit.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
And I was just like, let's try. And I was there with the guy that films everything for me, and I was like, I want to try something different. So, in a few videos prior, I had made like a joke about the monks of Chartreuse,
Yeah.
where it was just like one line where it said like these monks made this. It's like a cure-all for VD, and I was like, I'm gonna run with that.
Yeah.
So I just started fucking rambling. And by the way, like, if you've seen my videos, I just want everyone to know that nothing is planned. Nothing that comes out of my mouth is planned,
That's
pre-thought out. Like it is all like as soon as the camera starts, I just start talking.
Yeah.
It's kind of how we operate here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do here.
As you should on like as you should on a podcast. It's like I understand on podcasts having like planned segments, but like if you have a script on a podcast, like go fucking kill yourself. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, so I just like I started I did the chartreuse
Love
one
this.
and people loved it. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do a couple more. So now the half in the bag history is going to be like a thing that probably happens like once every 3 or 4 videos.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then also I'm gonna start throwing in a little bit more like I guess like prep related things and like
Yeah.
doing like the back of the house shit. And then I also unfortunately had to start a second account.
Wow.
I started a new one where it's going to be me being more professional.
Ah, okay.
We're going for like world's 50 best and James Beard and stuff. And,
Got you.
Oh yeah.
and my boss called me and he's like, hey, he's like, I could be overstepping my bounds. He's like, and you can tell me to fuck off. He's like, but do you think you could create a second Instagram account where you don't call everybody gay and retarded? And I was like,
Fine.
I was like, I see your point. I see your point. And I don't mind. So I started a new one. It's about as professional as I can be. And you know, like I don't swear. I try not to swear as much.
I tell people to kill themselves.
But it's Lord of Elixirs 69.
Okay.
I have like
Nice.
Okay.
look at and somebody gave me shit for that already. Like, this is your professional account and that's your name, and I'm just like, well, listen, like, I didn't get into bartending to be a professional person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
That's why I laughed. I love that you still got to get that in there.
I
man.
don't like
Yeah.
I
gotta be yourself.
I'm a child. Like I'm a grown-up child. Like I don't like taking anything seriously. Like if I did, I'd work behind a fucking desk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like and I did that for a year. I left bartending for a year in like 2012, 2013, some shit like that. And
Fucking
I worked behind a desk. I worked a 9 to 5. I worked for an energy drink company. I did their their sales, marketing, and social media. And it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
I worked in an office with 4 people, and they were fine, but it was just like, this is what I do now. I just sit at this computer, and people call and be like, my order hasn't come yet, and I'm like, you ordered it yesterday. We're based out of Indio, and you live in Nebraska.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you want me to do?
You want me to
You
deliver it
want
to
the
you?
tracking number again? I can give you that again. Sure.
Sure.
And that was it. And the funniest thing that ever happened while I was working there is I fielded a phone call that I thought was fake because of how ridiculous it was, but it ended up being a real person. So the company's called Vital For You. And and you can see these at like AM, PM, and 7-Elevens and shit. They're these little energy packets. It's called Screamin' Energy. They're like $1.50. And it's just like 250 milligrams of caffeine, B12, ginseng, all that shit. Like, it gets you fucking going.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't worked for this company for years, and I still take these fucking things. Like, it's the only energy drink thing that I think actually works. But we also had little side hustles, and we had this thing called Vital Erotica, and it was a shot to get you going, right? Like, it was like niacin and horny goat weed and like ashwagandha, whatever. It was supposed to be like a supplement to get your dick hard, right?
Yeah.
I get this phone call, and it is it sounds like Cletus from The Simpsons, right? Like, it is the most fucking redneck son of a bitch I've ever heard in my life. And he's like, hey, I was like, yeah, how can I help you? He's like, so I take the shot and my dick doesn't work. And I was like, and immediately I like put my phone to my chest, and everybody in the office is like in front of me, right? And I'm looking at the phone to see if any of the other lines are busy, but no lines are busy. Everybody's just sitting there, and I'm like,
I gotta hear this.
all right. And he's just like, so I'll wait 20 minutes and I'll take another one.
Oh shit.
And I was like,
Oh no.
okay. And he was like, and my dick, well, it kind of works. So I was like, well, shit, like maybe a third one will do the trick.
Oh my God.
And he's like, and mind you, I got 2 females waiting for me to get my dick hard. And I was like, and I straight told him, I was like, well, congratulations. And then he's like, so finally, he's like, I'm hard as a rock. And I was like, congratulations again. He's like, but here's the issue. He's like, that was 5 hours ago.
Jesus.
He's like, and my dick's still so hard that it hurts.
Oh God.
And I was just like, he's like, and he straight goes, man, he's like, I tell you, I erupted like Mount Vesuvius. And he's like, and them bitches are all satisfied. But I have nothing else to do with these. Like, they don't want to have sex anymore, and I can't stroke it anymore. So what am I supposed to do? And I was like, sir, we're not medical professionals. I was like, sir, I work customer service. I work customer service at an energy drink company. Like, I was like, what do you want me to do about it? And he goes, do you have a remedy? I was like, and I straight told him, I was like, I don't know, man. Think about your grandma. And he goes, and he pauses and he goes, you're sick. I was like, well, in my head, I'm like, well, I'm not telling you to jerk off to your grandma. I'm telling you to think
It's
about it so your dick goes away. And like, I mean, I was on the phone with this guy for like 20 minutes as he just kept on repeating himself over and over and over again.
Christ.
And finally, like after the 15th time of being like, sir, we're not medical professionals. If this problem is occurring right now, you should go see a medical professional.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's like, you should expect me to leave my house, my Johnson. I was like, I don't expect you to do anything except for whatever you feel you need to do.
Yeah.
Oh my
Good
god, I was
Lord.
laughing so hard I started sweating.
Oh my god.
I know we gotta wrap it up. You got places you gotta be.
Yeah.
But we love to try to get people to let us know their red flags on their way out the door. Like red flags for guests and then red flags for coworkers.
Okay. Guest, number one, I know the owner.
Yeah.
Number one.
Number
Yeah,
one.
they walk in, first thing they say is, I know the owner. They are going to be a problem.
Congratulations, so do I.
Exactly. I know the owner too.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you want from me? It's like, you're now important. Everybody's supposed to be important. This is my job. My job is to take care of everybody, like to the best of my abilities.
Yeah.
So you're trying to fucking hot dog over here. Like it doesn't fly with me. You're going to be an issue. That is the one that I hate the most.
Yeah.
Coworkers. Honestly, dude, I can't stand when people are late. Like, I've been running bars for so long, and I have so much on my plate at all times to where, like, I cannot babysit you, and I cannot pick up all the slack from you not being able to show up on time, because we have set in times because it takes this long to open the bar. It takes this long to do this. And if you are the closer and I have you coming in 30 minutes after the bar opens, there's a reason. It's because at that time it gets busy enough to where I need a second person.
Yeah.
So if I have to stop what I'm doing to go help the other bartender out because you can't show up on time, so the red flag is not just being late. The red flag is the people that always have excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're like people with excuses, or I can't, like, be honest. I don't give a fuck. Like, you woke up late, whatever. You never seem to leave your fucking house. Dude, you know you live 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
And you know you live in LA.
Leave an hour before.
Doug, this thing in my hand has the fucking technology. So 2 hours before work, you can open up and be like, oh, it's about 50 minutes right now. Okay, I should check again in 30 minutes to see if it's gone up or down.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Yeah. It's even set now to where, just for us to come here, like my phone tells me, you should leave now.
Yeah.
We're already on the way here, but still, it's just set. You set it to your calendar. You're
Yeah.
good to go.
So, yeah,
I
like-
always feel like there's a difference between an excuse and an explanation.
100%.
A lot of times people think that they're like explaining things when really all they're doing is just giving one excuse after another after another.
Yeah.
Yeah, God damn it, I've had so many bartenders work for me over the years, and dude, I think just another red flag is when I'm like hiring new people. If I look at your resume and you have a new job every 3 months, and it's not because like you can't hang, but I look at it and I see your next job is the newest place opening, the new hotspot.
Oh,
You just jumped from the new
Oh,
hotspot to the new
shit.
hotspot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
like you're a fucking psychopath, and I don't
Oh,
want to.
no.
Flag.
Like
Okay.
you just want to be at the new cool place until it's not that new cool place anymore, and then you're gone.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and people, I know so many people that have that's their whole career is just jumping from the new spot to the new spot. And it's just like,
catering at that point.
dude, I just like
Some shit like
I,
that.
I'm the type where like I'm loyal the second I walk in. Like if I'm hired at a place, and this could be a red flag for me, but like it doesn't matter how I'm being treated. Like I'm there,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, it's
I'm
your
fucking
fault.
working.
I feel that.
And so like I will stay until I can't physically stay anymore. And so
feel
like
that.
all of my jobs have always been like, at least the ones that have treated me right have been years, you know? So like people like that, I would say that's my second biggest one, are the crowd jumpers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
Guys,
yeah.
thank you for having me.
No,
Thank you.
This has been fun.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely, brother.
Really
Chad
appreciate you
Austin,
being here,
everybody.
brother.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you. Where
And
can they
everybody
find
else
you?
there?
To the
Chad
camera.
Austin, Chad with 2 D's on Instagram, Twitter. I'm only ever on Twitter to look at trans porn, so don't come at me.
Yeah, don't
Don't disturb me when I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then actually that's my name on everything. It's just my name. So you find, or if you want something a little bit more professional, Lord of Elixir 69 on Instagram. Help me build that following, because I'm going from 40,000 to 200. Like, help your boy out.
There we go. Cheers to that.
Head out to everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, we need the mic before you leave. Don't.
Oh.